Good day, beautiful people. This is an overview of the Capital One Quicksilver card. This card has an interest rate that is based on your credit worthiness, of course, like most cards. The introductory rate on balance transfers is 3%, and it is 0% interest free for the first 15 months. This card started at $300 for my husband. It was a beginner card when we were trying to get him back on track a few years ago. And the limit increase was denied when we initially requested it. Capital One, if you saw my other video, gives you increases at their own leisure. It really doesn't matter from my experience if you request an increase or if your income has increased or whatever the circumstances are, they tend to move to their own beat. They can do that. It's their card, but that's just something to know about the Capital One card. The interest rate currently on this card is 28.24%. And like I said, he's had this card quite a few years, no late payments, everything's been going really well. And as I was telling you, with the limit increase, it started at $300, but last year they actually spontaneously gave him a $4,000 credit limit increase. So after a while of seeing how he did and being on time and punctual and doing what he's supposed to do, they just automatically gave him an increase on their own. One of my dislikes about this card is the high interest rate, and my second dislike about this card is the low credit limit. Now, some of my likes about this card is the 15-month interest free, because that's usually what I go for when we're applying for cards. Is I like the long interest free period, the longer the better. So that was a sweet spot for me. And I like the cash back on purchases. Capital One has a shopping account that you can apply to or create an account for, and then it automatically searches for discounts for you on your device. And as you can see here, a lot of these companies are a part of this program, and usually on my desktop, since that's where I actually registered and I created the account for the Capital One shopping, it automatically shows me any discounts that could be applied to wherever I'm shopping online. And most of the time it's like Lowe's, because we're doing rentals right now. And so Lowe's, Home Depot, Walmart, Target, all of the places that I shop on a regular basis, they usually pop up with some type of discount or cash back offer, which I absolutely love. I love getting money back. I love free money. Well, it's not free money because I'm spending money, but I'm getting money back, and that's always a plus, especially when you're using credit cards. Some other things that I like about this card is when you do get your cash back or your percentages back, you can redeem it as cash. You can redeem it as events, trips. You can redeem it on Amazon for gift cards, etc. Whatever you want to redeem it for, you can. And I usually get the cash back, and I just ask them just to put it back on the credit card to help pay the credit card down. Another like for me about this card is it has the track your credit score feature. So that's a plus. This card has no annual fee, and I love the fact that you get 1.5% unlimited, like I said, cash back on your purchases. So this is a card that he uses on a regular basis, and I love the fact that he gets the 1.5% back on any of his purchases, even if they're not at one of the stores that are on the list for the cash back. He's still getting that 1.5%, so that's a plus. I also like about this card that you get fraud alerts. And I also like that there are no foreign transaction fees. So if we're ever traveling out of the country, again, this is a card that we could and would use. This website is pretty easy to navigate. As you can see up at the top, you have the options to click on credit cards, and you can see the different types of cards that they have to offer. They also have checking and savings options, auto, business, and commercial products that they offer. It's a $0 fraud liability. So if your card is ever lost or stolen, you won't be responsible for any unauthorized charges. And like I said, that's one of the features that we absolutely love. And the fact that they keep an eye on your card via the fraud alerts and whatnot 24/7. So that's a great feature as well. So yes, overall, the Capital One card, I would give this card maybe a 7.5 out of 10, just because I didn't like the fact that it started you out with such a low credit limit, and the fact that it has such a high interest rate. But other than that, I like the other features of this card. Like I said, I love the website. It's very easy to navigate, and yeah, so that's my opinion of this card, and I want to thank you all for watching and listening.